bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, bum 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 bum, beep boppily boppily ba, beep boppily. Beep boppily boppily ba 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 boppily ba 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 boppily ba 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 boppily bum. Oscars episode.
That was wonderful. What's the secret recipe?
Well, the secret recipe is
we should just end the podcast. We should just stop. You should just say Oscar episode ended. We move on.
Can I tell you that was probably one of the most I was so confused in that episode because he was like the Krabby Patty secret formula, and then the episode was over and you saw the credits and I immediately thought, "Oh my god, they cut it wrong." I really wanted to know. So I went online and the internet was still kind of in its infancy and I went to Google and I was like, "Google, tell me the answer. What's the end of this episode?" And I never found the end of the episode and I was so sad until one day I was just thinking about it and I went, "Oh, they meant to do that. Oh."
Yeah, it took years to realize that.
Yeah, no, it did. It took years.
Yeah, I freaked out too the first time I saw it. I was like, "Oh my god."
It was the worst thing ever, but then you realize it later and then you're like, "Oh, you guys are assholes," but touche.
It's like you're flirting with a girl and then she's like, "All right, my rate's $50 an hour." And then it's just gonna just walk away.
Speaking from personal experience.
No. God. Ugh.
No. Not at all. What? All right, anyway.
What?
So, welcome everyone to PostGrad Movies. I am Cool Guy, that is the Cognitive Gamer, and today is our special Oscars, basically pre-show, where we fight and decide which are going to win the Oscars, and we bet with one another. And also, this episode, we have a couple of, or not a couple, we have a prize for you guys. So stay tuned while we keep on talking about the Oscars to find out how you can claim your very own Oscars prize.
It has to do with emailing us and being on our Facebook and talking to one another like a true society.
Right, because we want to foster community within the people that listen to our podcast. We really want to hear from you guys. We really want to talk to you and all of that fun stuff.
Creating a cult is a great way of saying foster community.
Exactly. Yeah.
We want to make an army of movie enthusiasts.
And remember, praise Helix.
Dome, man. All about the dome.
You're the dome? This podcast is over. No.
How could I possibly choose democracy?
Oh. All right. But anyway, for those of you who are new to this podcast, we are two friends that graduated from Colorado State University in the sciences, and we made this podcast because we love watching movies and talking to each other about it, and also because we are really far away from each other. He's in the Eastern Seaboard, and I am in Puerto Rico, and we are both postgraduates. He's studying for his master's, and I'm about to study for my master's, and we're cool that way, and we decided to keep in touch through podcast. So, with that out of the way, all of that.
And you're getting a master's in numerology. I'm getting a master's in astrology. It's
great. And then we will come together and we will do tarot cards.
Astronumerology.
That's awful. So,
no, that sounds, again, it's a cult.
How was your week, Cognitive Gamer?
Good. I was actually working on my thesis for my psych degree.
Yeah. Not your astrology degree.
It's about as useful as an astrology degree.
Dude, no, astrology, man. There are so many people that you can totally get money from. Psychology, not so much.
I could become a therapist.
Yeah, but no one does that anymore. Everyone just buys the stupid books, the self-help books that are 7 in a series.
People go to therapists. I think.
Nice try. Defending your vocation. But okay, go on.
What I do this week?
Yeah, apart from your thesis and all that jazz. How was that?
What, my week or my thesis?
Both. Why not both?
My thesis is going well.
Okay.
I am currently trying to go through the heaps of comments and edits on my thesis.
Right.
Yeah, it's been that. It's midterms. What have I done this week? I didn't do anything. I played a lot of League, I guess, if that was the fun stuff. I went to a YuGiOh tournament last night and lost my butt again.
Did Cynic win?
No.
What?
We need to get better.
What deck?
I have a really terrible deck.
Well, I was gonna say, what deck do you have, and what deck does he have?
He has a pretty meta deck, which is Constellars, which pretty much means it gets down to a coin flip on who wins.
So basically, what you're saying is he's got Constellars, the same one that he plays on PostGrad games.
Yeah. So he plays the deck, but when you're facing other decks, which are considered meta, I'm using terminology, which I don't want to. When you're playing the other popular decks, they're popular because they have a better chance to win. Constellars are probably top 7, which means if you go against any one of these other decks, it pretty much comes down to luck and who wins. Right. So he won about half his games. So like I said, a coin flip.
Part of the cards.
I'm playing boxers on the other hand, and they just suck. But I'm about like $40 away from my new deck that I want to build. So
nice.
Yeah, no. I pulled most of the rare card. Anyway, I don't think I did anything else. My life is boring.
I hope you understand that any semblance...
wait, I went to an Aaron Carter concert.
Right, the Aaron Carter concert. What were you... You were going to talk about that. You were just going to spew. Right. you were advertising like crap for that concert last week.
Man, how could I forget the Aaron Carter? It was great. I mean, especially... So I went. It was just Cynic and I.
Okay.
Everybody else ditched.
What?
We had like a party of 7 people. I know.
How could you ditch Aaron Carter, though?
A couple people were sick, and then the other people were like, oh, those people aren't going? You and Nick are not enough. So we're going to ditch. And I'm like, well, that's depressing. So anyway, we went to the concert, and it was like all freshman girls. So the smell of lip smacker and whiskey was everywhere. Like, seriously, in the line, I could smell heavy perfume and just straight liquor. It was
so
great.
What you're saying is you scored.
No. These are like babies, man. These are freshman girls.
4 years younger than you. That's totally okay.
It's 5 years, and now I feel old. So we get in there, and he's late, of course. So we wait about 30 minutes. But it's weird, because it was in the essential... It's in, like, where they had the concert was essentially, like, a Ramskeller.
Okay.
Which is a bar. But without the bar, they have a soda machine. And then they also had a bunch of pretzels.
So soda, pretzels, and Aaron Carter.
Yeah, so a bunch of people were dancing with pretzels, which I thought was weird. And then it was pretty great. Like, his entire band was like 40-something African-American black individuals. And they dressed the part by having lots of chains, lots of do-rags. Like, I swear to God, they dressed like the drug dealers that he probably worked with to get this crazy scheme off the ground. Like, They just looked really shady between the clothes and their age, which was substantially older than Aaron Carter, I want to say. Was either they were cheap, or they needed drugs, or they were promised something for playing I Want Candy.
They played I Want Candy?
They played all.
Oh my God.
Oh, they played all the songs. Oh my God, I should have sent you the video.
How great was it? How great was it?
Man, Aaron Carter owned it. I think that was the difference. Like, I was expecting a train wreck, which it kind of was. I mean, he was off pitch a couple times. They tried to harmonize together, which failed miserably. But he just owned the songs that he played when he was 12 years old. Like, he didn't make any bad life decisions. And which he did.
Well, from when he was 12 to now, yeah, he did. But when he was 12, those songs were awesome. I told you, I went to his concert, man, in Puerto Rico when he came to Puerto Rico. Heck yeah, I'm gonna own that.
And
I'll wear it on my sleeve. It was awesome.
Okay.
And it was me and a ton of girls. And I was like, I'm gonna go talk to Aaron Carter. And I was like, Aaron, and it was just a mountain of like 10-year-olds all around me. And I was like, hell yeah, what's up, Aaron?
So imagine the same scenario, just 13 years later.
I don't know which is sadder.
It was the strangest thing. I mean, he played all the old songs. I think he started off with I Want Candy, but then he was like busting out there like he was some kind of megastar, being like like he was saying the chorus, but really the rap part is where he kind of was like, yo, I'm gonna rap you some gangsta stuff. Like, seriously, he thought he was rapping actual music. And then for some reason, at the end of one of his songs, he ended it with Journey's, what's their most famous one that everybody knows?
Stop Believing.
Yeah, that one. So he ends with that, and I was like, okay, that was kind of cool because the whole crowd got into it.
Yeah.
After this ballad you just sang. And then there was like this 5 minute interval of the band just playing funk music and Aaron Carter making out with the crowd.
Making out with the crowd?
Like he went to random girls and kissed them.
What? Are you serious right now?
Yeah. Yeah. Like they planned a 5 minute instrumental
Just
interval.
elevator music where Aaron goes down and
Oh no,
makes
it
out with
was like
chicks.
heavy funk. Like they were jamming, man. These people were jamming. They were letting loose. It was like a guitar solo and the drums. Like the music was pretty good. It just didn't match at all what Aaron Carter is or was.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, he said it just like he went up to the crowd and was like, "Kiss me right here," and then a bunch of girls ran at him and they kissed him, and then he went to the other side of the stage and did the same thing, and then he went to the middle. He like, yeah, it was
Did he make
gross.
out with you?
No,
You would have totally made out with him if you were in the front. You would have been like,
no.
me? Who? You're pointing to. That was cool. I'm gonna tell everyone
I
about
don't
that.
think he open mouthed anybody, which was good because that would be really gross. But still, I would get the skeevy weevies if I kissed him, and I was a girl or I was a man. I would get the skeevy weevies no matter what. Then there's another weird part where a group of guys next to us started chanting "You still got it" at the top of their lungs, and at the end of this is like in middle of all his songs. By middle, I mean in between two songs. There
Right.
we go. He goes over to them, and he literally looks like he's choking up. He's like, "I, thank you so much for saying that." And I was like, "Whoa!" I just saw a 28-year-old choke up because a group of idiots chanted that he still has it for singing songs when he was 12 years old.
Though, admittedly, he's singing songs from
So
when he was
admittedly,
12 years old, and he was
he still
owning
had
it.
it. He was
If
owning it,
you don't
and
still
he still
got
had
it,
it. Well, I mean, he's not playing. What venue did you see Aaron Carter in Puerto Rico when you
the
were
biggest
young?
venue in Puerto Rico,
He's not playing those anymore. He is playing
a hole
essentially
in the wall,
dive bars.
hole in the wall
Like
dive
high
bar
school.
kind of thing. High schools, does he do the same thing? Does he go like, "I'm gonna kiss you" in high schools?
Oh no, I saw a video from when he was in high school, and there's a section where he's like starting to lift up his shirt to show up his abs, and then he's like, "Nope, they're not 18 years old." He puts down his shirt again, and then he just keeps going. Anyway, that was my week. It was weird. It was a weird week.
That sounds like a weird week, man. That sounds like a weird week.
How's your week?
Well, my week was pretty average. I was doing more stuff for PostGrad games because there's still no videos up, which is weird. Maybe next week, man. And
Maybe. Or we could just give up on the whole endeavor.
yeah,
Just,
we can
yeah.
just quit or something. Yeah. Tune in next
We
week
could.
to find out if we actually quit.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, YouTube PostGrad games.
You should hit the subscribe button because we're totally not dead.
Right.
And that wasn't sarcastic. Like, you should hit the subscribe button, and we're not dead. We're just renovating.
Right, yeah. The major thing that happened this week
Roll
also
your eyes at
is
me.
the fact that I officially got into grad school. I got my acceptance and all that jazz. So I will be starting
That's clapping.
next.
It's not just.
It's not sarcastic. I'm glad that every single time in this podcast when you start clapping for me, you're like, "This is real clapping. This is not sarcastic."
It could have been other things. It could have been me like slapping my chest or something.
That sounds way better than your clapping. Clap again. Slap your chest.
So I got into grad school. That's wonderful.
Yes, I got into grad school. So I will be beginning at some point next semester, so August kind of thing,
Okay.
and I'll be doing phylogenetics. Woohoo!
That's the studying of filing, right? You're going to become a secretary.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean,
Okay.
database management and
Yep.
coordination of events and all that type of stuff, overall planning, that kind of thing.
Of course. Well, planning to an extent.
Yeah.
But when you scheduling.
Yeah, scheduling more like exactly. Yeah. But it's funny because all those things kind of go hand in hand with database management. But whatever. I'm gonna love the people that actually think that phylogenetics is that.
It's going to be everybody because nobody knows what that is. I don't know what that is. I mean, I know what it is because you told me, but I didn't know what it was beforehand. Because that's not an occupation you run into on an everyday basis. Like, you don't walk up to somebody and you're like, "Hi, I'm a lawyer. What do you do?" "Oh, I'm a phylogeneticist." I'm in a what?
So the quick and dirty for all of you guys that have no idea what phylogenetics is. Phylogenetics is the classification of life on Earth via genetics and morphology and all that type of stuff. So how an animal looks and what is in their DNA. And if you've ever Googled tree of life and you see one of those branching trees that have names on the top and then it starts from one point on the bottom and it spreads out into a lot on the top, that is a phylogenetic tree. And the way that you get to that is by doing a lot and a lot and a lot and a lot of science.
So you kind of are like a secretary, but for the Earth.
the Earth's secretary.
You kind of are.
I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah.
Gaia, you have a meeting at 3. All right. Anyway, so that is the main thing that I got. So let's.
Your week sucks.
Yeah. My week was just normal. So anyway, moving on to our next bit, we are going to go head into diving, going forward into the Oscar nominees. And basically, the way that this episode is going to work is we are going to go through all of the Oscar sections, so to speak, all of the nominated sections, where we have seen at least one of the films or at least one of the shorts that are involved in the nominations or that got nominated, which is a whole heck of a lot of them. We will start with the, I suppose, the least well-knowns, and then we'll work up to the ones like Best Lead Actor and Actress, because those will take longer. So let me go ahead and list off the things that we will be talking about. From the back to the top, we will be talking about Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Screenplay, Best Visual Effects, Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing, Best Original Song, Best Production Design, Best Animated Short, Best Original Score, Best Makeup and Hairstyling, Best Foreign Film, Best Film Editing, Best Documentary, Best Directing, Best Costume Design, Best Cinematography, Best Animated Film, Best Actress in a Supporting, Best Actor in a Supporting, Best Actress in a Lead, Best Actor in a Lead, and Best Picture. So, with that, we should be good to go. And right now, in front of me, I have my piece of paper with all the things written on it, and I have not chosen which ones I think will be the winners yet. I'm going to choose it while I am doing this podcast. So I got a pencil, and
you have to record mine too.
We will begin. Okay.
Let's start with Best Visual Effects.
Seriously? Gravity.
That's the one I have in front of me. Hobbit,
Dude,
man.
There's no way.
Small.
No, there's no way that Gravity is not going to win Best Visual Effects. There's no way.
I kind of agree with you, but at the same time, I could see The Hobbit standing a chance.
I could see The Hobbit standing a chance, but there's no way. There's no way it's going to win. I mean, Smaug was fantastic. We all know that Smaug was the best. But...
Right.
Dude,
Smaug.
Gravity.
But Smaug.
Gravity. I don't think you're understanding me clearly, but Gravity.
Smaug.
So you're going to go with The Hobbit on this one.
And the barrels?
No, dude, no. Because the barrel scene was great, but it was intercut with these really craptastic shots that looked straight out of a GoPro.
It was great.
Did you know? You noticed that, right?
No, we talked about that. It was great.
No. I was thinking, this is great. This is great. That is what was going through my head.
I really dug the GoPro shots. Anyway, well, we should have a rule that we can't pick the same movie to make it interesting.
What? No way. No, unless we fight enough about it. Unless we fight. How about that? Unless we fight enough.
We can't choose the same movie.
But there's a couple ones where I know which one's gonna win.
So we have to take turns. So you went first that time, and I'll go first the next time. So you take Gravity, and I'll take The Hobbit.
Fine. So, okay. So I wrote that down. So Best Visual Effects. Cool Guy says Gravity. Cognitive Gamer says The Hobbit. Okay.
Yes.
So let's do Best Original Screenplay, because that'll be good. Okay. So the nominees are American Hustle, Blue Jasmine, Dallas Buyers Club, Her, and Nebraska. You have not seen Dallas Buyers Club or Nebraska, and I have not seen Nebraska. It didn't come out in Puerto Rico. That's what I'm sad. I'm sad that Philomena and Nebraska haven't come out in Puerto Rico yet. Or at least I haven't been able to go see them because they came out really recently. And that's really upsetting because they got nominated for a ton of awards and I haven't seen them.
Well, anyway. I'd probably either say Her or American Hustle. And you're probably going to take Dallas Buyers Club.
Honestly, I would say either Her, which is my number one, or Dallas Buyers Club.
Now do I be a jerk and take her?
That is the question.
All right, I'll be a jerk.
It's totally gonna be her though. That script was beautiful.
I know that was the best part of that movie.
Why'd you choose her? Okay, all right.
Could be Nebraska. We don't know. We haven't seen it, so.
All right. Okay. All right. You get her and I'll get Dallas Buyers. Dallas Buyers was really great though. It was.
Yes, it was. I'm sure it was.
All right. So anyway, next, best adapted screenplay. This will be a good one that we can talk about.
Okay.
Which one do you actually? No, this is me. This is all me.
Yeah.
So definitely,
we have Before Midnight, Captain Phillips, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and Wolf
of Wall Street.
I assume that's Wolf of Wall Street.
Okay, so personally, I'm between 12 Years a Slave or Wolf. Honestly, that's my pick. What's your pick?
I agree with you. There's also Philomena and Captain Phillips. Captain Phillips was pretty darn good, and it didn't really get nominated for anything else. So I can see it kind of just taking this one.
Yeah, well, I mean, apart from sound stuff, that's
yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, I can't really see Captain Phillips winning because 12 Years is amazing.
I agree.
No,
I agree.
And Wolf,
all right,
as a screenplay, Wolf is fantastic.
I know it's a toss up. That's the problem with the Oscars.
It is always a toss up. You know what?
Especially this year.
Yeah, it's true. I think that since 12 Years is going to win other things, I'm going to go with Wolf on this one for best adapted screenplay.
Right. I'll take Captain Phillips.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I'll take Captain Crunch.
Okay. Okay, so Cool Guy says
you wrote it like Captain Crunch. You didn't write Captain Phillips. You wrote Captain.
And Captain Phillips. So let's move on to best sound mixing. We have Captain Phillips, Gravity, The Hobbit, Inside Llewyn Davis, and Lone Survivor. I have not seen Inside Llewyn Davis and Lone Survivor, and Cognitive Gamer has not seen Inside Llewyn Davis. So.
Oh yeah, Lone Survivor.
Yeah, Lone Survivor got nominated. Yeah.
What, the Matt Damon movie? Not the Matt Damon.
The Mark Wahlberg movie.
Are you sure that's not the one with the guy that's in the middle of the ocean? Oh, no, it isn't. Yeah, there's another movie that got nominated that is, but I thought that was called Lone Survivor. Maybe it's called like something else, like Dire Situation. Anyway. Okay. I hated the sound in Lone Survivor. So...
Did you? Really? Okay.
What exactly is sound mixing? Is that actual music or is that like special?
No. So sound mixing is what my brother does. So sound mixing is when you take a bunch of sounds, you put them together basically in
Oh my god, you just define sound mixing by saying you mix a bunch of sounds together.
You grab sound, you layer it depending on how you want the sound to work, and then you basically mix it together by lowering the sound, making it go up, lowering it, making it go up, and then having it pan from the left to the right, center, back, that type of thing for Dolby Surround. And you make it seem as though the sound is either surrounding you, or there's a bullet flying from left to right, or the sound is really far away, the sound is closer. That's the type of thing that you achieve with sound mixing. And then you mix that into the movie. So for example, if your sound mixing was too loud and you couldn't hear the actors, that's awful.
Lone Survivor is pretty good then, because they had a lot of bullets whizzing by you. They had pretty good sound mixing there.
Right.
Yeah. I don't remember The Hobbit having good sound, but except for that one scene where they're in the forest and like delusional.
Right. Yeah.
And the smog scene, I guess. But maybe that's enough to. God damn. I don't know. I have to go first, right?
Yeah. In my opinion, at least. I really like the sound mixing in Gravity, but that's because the sound was phenomenal in Gravity. And you remember in the beginning where you had all of the sound sort of coming from behind you, and then it kind of like floated.
Right. But that's the obvious choice.
Would float. It would float around you and stuff like that. That's fantastic sound mixing.
How she hits it, and then it kind of echoed, and it kind of sounded like it was underwater a little bit. Yes, I know. Yeah. I get it. It was fantastic sound mixing. Gravity would be the obvious choice. Lone Survivor would be the rebel choice.
Lone Survivor would be the rebel choice. You're totally right.
I think I'm going to go with the rebel choice.
Yeah, Lone Survivor?
Even though I honestly think Gravity will win, but I'll let you have that.
Okay, so you choose Lone Survivor. I see, the thing is, Inside Llewyn Davis is a Coen Brothers film, and Coen Brothers films are phenomenal. So I haven't seen it, and I am
Seasoning.
full of trepidation because it is all over the place in Oscar nominations, and I'm sitting here going like Coen Brothers the entire time. But yeah, I'm gonna go for sound mixing. Ah, man, it sucks because I
Go with
freaking
Gravity. You
love
know you want to.
Gravity, and then I'm gonna end up going like Gravity the entire time, and I'm gonna look like such a prude. Oh,
Hey, man.
okay.
Every year, Gravity, there's at least one movie that sweeps.
All right, fine. I'm gonna go with Gravity on sound mixing. But then we have sound editing, and I'm also gonna go for Gravity. Ah,
I'm not going to go. God damn it. Lone Survivor's there, too. What's the one on top?
all is lost. I don't know.
Oh, that's the one. I think that's the one where it's the dude
The
floating
dude floating in the ocean. Gotcha.
Yeah, that would be a pretty good choice, too, I assume.
I don't think sound editing.
Are you going to choose Gravity again?
It's not Captain Phillips.
Are you going to choose Gravity again? Are you going to... So, now we're doing sound
Actually,
editing.
yeah. No, it's got to be Gravity. It's got to be Gravity. There's no way. I mean,
What is sound editing? Is it just
it's
putting
just putting the
sounds
sound together. You already have the mixed sections or whatever, or you have separated the sound and then you give it to somebody else for mixing. So, I mean, it really depends on how you're going and what type of film you're trying to do.
So the movies nominated are All Is Lost, Captain Phillips, Gravity, Hobbit, The Lone Survivor, or Lone Survivor.
Fine, I'm going for Gravity again. God, I look like such a prude. I should just give up right now.
I should go for All Is Lost just because.
Just because.
Just because.
Are you really going for all?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to make it interesting.
Okay. All right. So, moving on to Best Animated Short, we have the only one that we've seen from here is Get a Horse, which is the Disney one. Yeah. So there is Feral, Get a Horse, Mr. Hublot, Possessions, and Room on the Broom. I have not seen any of those except for Get a Horse.
I choose Get a Horse.
How did I know you were going to choose that one? You've been only rambling about it for 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Great. I mean, I haven't seen the other one, so I have no idea. But
Okay, here we go.
Room on a Broom rhymes, so that one must be good.
Okay.
Just FYI, I don't know about you. Possessions sounds pretty deep and profound.
No. I think Mr. Hublot. That is a really, really funny name, so I'm going to go with Mr. Hublot.
Not Feral?
Well, Feral sounds like the rebel choice.
Does it?
It does. It totally does.
Room on a Broom.
No, Room on the Broom sounds like something you would choose if you had not seen Get a Horse. You'd be like, oh, Room on a Broom, it rhymes. That one. That was my imitation of you, by the way.
You mocking my movie criticism is just par. Just so great. All right, what's next? Best O score?
No. We're doing Best Production Design.
Got it. So nominated for Best Product Design
is American Hustle, Gravity.
It's not product design.
Production design. Production design, not product design. It's like an American Hustle, Coca-Cola. No, that's not what it is. So
you have American Hustle,
Gravity, The Great Gatsby, Her, and 12 Years a Slave.
So production design, I'm assuming, is the look of the movie?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
The way that the movie's designed, the world it inhabits, that type of thing.
Gatsby was pretty darn good on that. 12 Years a Slave was amazing. But you get to choose first, so.
American Hustle was also great. I don't think Gravity's gonna win that one. I mean, Hers.
Gatsby.
Yeah, I really want to go for Gatsby because Gatsby was insanely stylized.
Yeah,
more so than American Hustle, because American Hustle was more gritty, but it still felt real, whereas The Great Gatsby felt like one giant show.
Well, I mean, it's from the dude who did Moulin Rouge.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm going with Gatsby.
I choose 12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave. Okay, that's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be great when they go like, Her, and we both go, oh. Okay.
Of course.
Okay. So, really fine. Best original song. Go for it. You go ahead and tell me.
We have Happy from Despicable Me 2, Let It Go from Frozen, the
Moon Song.
Moon Song? Yep. From what?
Her.
What song was that?
Okay, we're going to intercut it right here.
dear, I'll be there soon. It's a quiet.
Oh, it is. No, I don't like the song. All right. And then the last one is "Ordinary Love" from
Mandela, The Long Walk to Freedom. And I believe that song won in the Golden Globes, I think. Because I remember one of the Mandela Long Walk to Freedom things won in that.
I'm choosing "Let It Go," but
of course you're choosing Let It Go from Frozen. That wasn't even, why would you? Okay, so
I mean, it's won awards. It's getting performed live.
It's getting performed live at the Oscars. I'm gonna lose this one. There's no way. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the Moon Song. I like the Moon Song. I thought it was really sweet.
Happy from Despicable Me is also uber popular.
It is uber popular.
I'm happy. I hate that song.
But I haven't heard Ordinary Love, so
yeah.
Okay, so anyway, coming up next is Best Original Score. We have The Book Thief, which none of us watched because you said that you wanted to watch a happy movie, blah, 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 and that you didn't want to you weren't going to take your friends to a sad Nazi burning books movie.
Also, it had terrible reviews.
It had mixed reviews.
Anyway, The Book Thief, Gravity, Her, Philomena, and Saving Mr. Banks.
Honestly, the underdog there is Saving Mr. Banks.
The soundtrack was pretty good.
Well, because it featured songs from Mary Poppins that were rewritten on piano, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you chose that one. I suppose it's my turn to choose this one.
Yep.
It's between Gravity and Her. Gravity because
How about Philomena?
I haven't seen it.
The thing sounds like Philharmonic. It has to be about
right,
music.
it has to be about music. But it's between Gravity and Her, and I'll tell you why. It's because Gravity, the music was the sound effects. So the pieces flying by people were not actual Foley sounds. They were instruments making the flyby sounds or making the explosion sounds, everything. The score was also the sound effects for the movie, which were also the instruments, which is insane. And Her had that beautiful, beautiful melodic piano throughout, which was wonderful. Because think about Her, think about the movie Her without that piano in the background. It wouldn't have been so eerie at times, sensual at other times, and really heart-wrenching at others.
Same with Saving Mr. Banks.
No.
Just choose a movie.
See, the problem is it's just so hard.
Just choose one.
Fine. I am going to go with
Book Thief.
Her.
Book Thief. All right, I'll go with Gravity.
Of course, you're going goddamn Gravity.
I love that soundtrack. That's like I still listen to it. Like I just throw on my really expensive headphones, lay in bed, and I feel like I'm drifting off into another world. All right.
So best makeup and hairstyling. We only have 3 nominated films for this one: Dallas Buyers Club, Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa, and The Lone Ranger.
Can we please pick The Lone Ranger? Can we pick not Dallas Buyers Club and just go with Jackass and Lone Survivor?
I really want Jackass to win, honestly.
Jackass Presents Bad Grandpa. Wait.
The Lone Ranger, honestly, it was a really, in the beginning, the first third of the movie was a really great Western. It really was. From a directing standpoint and from a story standpoint, it was a great Western. And then it just went on for way too long.
4 hours were just awful.
Yeah, exactly. If they would have kept the same feel of the beginning and the same emotions of the beginning and through not the whole movie, but through maybe another 1/3, cut it down by a third, it would have been a great movie. But the makeup and also the hairstyling, obviously, for all of the characters was great. They looked great. They really did. It reminded me of spaghetti westerns. But this is not my call. This is your call.
I'll choose Jackass.
You're choosing Jackass? Okay.
Because I'm hoping that you choose Lone Ranger.
Oh, man. All right, you know what? Yeah, screw it. Screw Dallas Buyers Club, even though that one's probably going to win. I'm going to choose the Lone Ranger.
Yeah!
Because we all got to go crazy sometimes. All right, next bit is the best foreign film. We have The Broken Circle Breakdown from Belgium, The Great Beauty from Italy, The Hunt from Denmark, The Missing Picture from Cambodia, and Omar from Palestine. We saw The Hunt,
We've only seen
which
one,
was great.
great.
And I have heard of, I've heard things about, I haven't seen Omar from Palestine. I get to choose this one, so you're screwed, Cognitive Gamer. I'm choosing The Hunt because that movie was fantastic. That movie was great.
Belgium, Italy, what is that?
Denmark, Cambodia, and Palestine.
Missing Picture, The Broken Circle.
I've heard great things about Omar and The Great Beauty. So if you want,
I'm sure all of them you have heard great things. They are nominated.
well, I haven't heard about The Broken Circle Breakdown or The Missing Picture. So
let's go with Cambodia.
You're going with The Missing Picture. Okay, all right.
Let's go with Cambodia.
Yeah.
They
Come
they
on,
haven't won an award in a
Cambodia.
while.
Come on.
That's essentially what I should have just got out a map and threw a dart and then see where it landed, because that's pretty much where that bet
And
broke
the
down.
South Pacific. Okay, so
All
next
right.
bit we have best film editing, and you choose first. We have American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, and 12 Years a Slave.
God. So Monuments Men isn't on that one. That's a surprise. It wasn't even released last year, so that makes sense.
So it was surprisingly unsurprising.
It was surprisingly exactly. I never saw Dallas Buyers Club. Captain Phillips had pretty good editing,
especially in that sequence that they held the shot for a long time after everyone got shot around him.
That was so great. But that wasn't really editing. That would be more cinematography.
No, but that's also editing, because the editor's choice is when he's going to cut the scene. Remember that. So he could have had that scene last longer or last shorter.
So Gravity, it was essentially just them being like, it's not long enough.
Remember though, the editor for Gravity was also Alfonso Cuarón, so because he did everything in that film. He was like, no, I'm a direct, I have the camera, I'm editing. Nope, music.
It's really easy to edit when you only have 11 shots. Anyway. It's true, don't lie. It's
I know. I mean
12 Years a Slave was a good one. American Hustle's also a good one. I'm gonna go with American Hustle.
You're gonna go with American Hustle, okay.
I'm just thinking back to the scene where he's like going back to the laundromat and he's grabbing the gun, and then it cuts to him being into the laundry thingy, and then it like cuts down and then it cuts away, and that was just great. All right.
Okay, I am gonna go with
yeah, that's a tough one. It's a tough
we're getting into the tough ones though, so
yeah.
Okay. God, this is awful. Man, you know what?
Don't choose Gravity. You chose Gravity. You're gonna choose Gravity for every single one.
No, I actually don't think that Gravity's gonna get this one. I don't know. Something's telling me
Captain Phillips?
Something's telling me either Captain Phillips or Dallas Buyers Club, actually.
Okay, we'll go.
I'm gonna go Dallas Buyers.
No, you chose the wrong
I chose
one.
the wrong one? We'll see. Best documentary. Yep. We have The Act of Killing, Cutie and the Boxer, Dirty Wars, The Square, and 20 Feet from Stardom.
What was 20 Feet from Stardom? I didn't even watch that.
Because it wasn't available on Netflix Spotlight.
Damn.
But we watched all of the other ones, which has been the last 4 weeks of our Netflix movie Spotlight. So,
yes.
I'm obviously choosing The Act of Killing.
Yeah, I knew.
The only other one that's a contender is The Square, honestly.
Cutie and the Boxer probably could be chosen as well.
I mean, for the artsiness of it, I guess.
Exactly. Exactly.
But
look at what won last year, which was searching for what was it? Looking for Guitar-y Man. The one about the guitarist, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what won last year, and that was super artsy.
Yeah, but it didn't have the caliber of film. It's The Act of Killing is an Oppenheimer film. Come on.
Well, you already chose it, so I have to go for The Square.
Okay, good.
Because as far as political message, I think The Square trumps, Dirty Wars.
Dirty Wars, definitely. I don't know, something about that documentary rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I did not like the documentary at all.
I mean, it was all right, but something I don't know. I didn't like the way it was trying to convey its message.
Next category is Best Directing. We have American Hustle, Gravity, Nebraska, 12 Years a Slave, and Wolf of Wall Street.
Exactly. So, your call.
Though
honestly, you loved yourself some 12 years.
I did. I thought that directing was fantastic. But I don't think it's gonna win. American Hustle has a contend. Gravity, of course, is a huge contender. I'm gonna choose Wolf of Wall Street.
You're gonna choose Wolf of Wall Street? Really?
Yeah, Martin Scorsese.
Okay.
One of his last films ever. Yeah.
Okay. One of his last films ever, as if. Okay.
That's what he says.
He already has another one in the books. I forget which one it is.
Yeah, he says he's like doing one or two.
He's got one with the same dude, actually with the same dude that got cast as the villain of Star Wars Episode 7. The girls star Adam Driver. Sorry, not Adam Diver. Adam Driver, different type of vocation. But anyway, that's beside the point. So
Best Director, who are you gonna choose? Probably Gravity or American Hustle. Maybe Nebraska. You feeling the rogue pick, the one you haven't seen?
I've heard wonderful things about Nebraska, and I've seen all of the previews and all that jazz for it.
Anything could be in the mystery box.
Man, these are all great.
Just choose one.
I can't.
Flip a coin if you have to. 2 coins. 3 coins.
You know what? I'm gonna go with 12 Years a Slave.
All right.
Just to pick something a little bit different.
It's a good movie. I thought the directing was fantastic.
It was. Okay, so ready? Best costume design. We have American Hustle, The Grand Master, The Great Gatsby, The Invisible Woman, and 12 Years a Slave.
What's The Invisible Woman?
I don't know.
Okay. Costume design. You choose first, so.
Oh crap, I do. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with one that's a little bit not out of left field, but it's definitely an underdog, but it's a great underdog, and I'm going to go with The Grandmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was hoping somebody
All
would choose
right. The Grandmaster is
true underdog.
Grandmaster is beautiful, so
I want to see it. It's on my list. I'm probably going for probably 12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave? Yeah.
Gatsby was on that list. No, change it to Gatsby. I don't want to choose the movies that will probably win. I want to choose something.
Okay, so Best Cinematography. You choose first. We have The Grandmaster, Gravity, Inside Llewyn Davis, Nebraska, and Prisoners.
I'm choosing Gravity.
You're choosing Gravity? Because the question is, does cinematography count if it's all special effects? Which is something that we ran into last year with Life of Pi. I think it does, but I mean, I'm not old-fashioned, so.
Nebraska also could win because that probably had
because it's black and white. Inside Llewyn Davis is a Coen Brothers film, so it by default has great cinematography.
Change my bet to that one.
Wait, change your bet to Inside Llewyn Davis?
Yeah, man.
All right.
I'm going Coen Brothers on a blind pick.
On a blind pick, the Coen Brothers.
Blind.
Okay.
You take Gravity then?
Yeah. Because
You're not gonna go with Nebraska?
I was between.
Bring up the mic. I can't hear you.
I was between Gravity and The Grandmaster, even though the cinematography of Prisoners was amazing. It's got one of the best cinematographers of our time. If you listen to our podcast where we talked about that, I spoke volumes on the cinematography and how I liked it. So I'm still going for Gravity.
Okay.
All right.
You're gonna lose.
Best animated film. Hey, guess what, Cognitive Gamer? You chose first last time.
Best animated film nominated is The Croods, Despicable Me 2, Ernest and Celestine, Frozen, and The Wind Rises.
Awesome. Okay, so guess who gets to choose first? That would be me.
So you're gonna choose Frozen?
Yeah, I am, because even though I haven't seen The Wind Rises yet, I've heard that it is not Miyazaki's best film.
He's getting old.
Well, I mean, that doesn't really have anything to do with it.
Doesn't compete with Spirited Away, one of the greatest movies ever.
Or Princess Mononoke, or My Neighbor Totoro.
Or Howl's Moving Castle, or Kiki's Delivery Service, or what's that? Ponyo?
Yeah.
That was a great movie. That was trippy as hell.
Well, yeah, as are all Miyazaki films.
Oh, was that trippy. Okay, I'll probably go with Despicable Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I haven't seen the other one.
I know. Well, you've seen The Croods. You should go for The
Oh.
Croods.
I was tempted. I'm really tempted. I'm surprised to even see it on the list.
Well, I mean, honestly,
Like
there weren't a lot of animated films that were
Freebirds,
were
man.
worth it. You didn't let me
The
finish.
Nut Job, Smurfs 2.
So you're going Despicable Me 2?
Yeah, that was a great
Over the
movie.
Wind Rises?
That was really
all
good.
right, okay. All right.
Shut the hell up. It's not gonna win. We all know Frozen's gonna win.
All right. So, ready. We have Best Actress in a Supporting Role with Sally Hawkins from Blue Jasmine, Jennifer Lawrence from American Hustle, Lupita Nyong'o from 12 Years.
Man, you messed that one up.
Lupita Nyong'o. And Julia Roberts from August Osage County, and June Squibb from Nebraska. So this would be you choosing first.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Lupita.
Ah, man, God.
I know.
Gosh,
she did an amazing job.
She's obviously gonna win, though. God, okay.
Not Julia Roberts. Everything's about me.
I mean, I'm
Julia Roberts is a pretty solid choice. It's Julia Roberts.
It is, but still.
I can already see her smirking in the crowd with her big white teeth, like looking up at the camera, and she's like, "That's me up there. That's me." And you have Lupita just sitting there, very stoic-like, being like, "I'm here." Which one are you gonna do? Jennifer Lawrence, perhaps?
Yeah, I'm going Jennifer Lawrence. Why not?
Really? I didn't like her part.
That's the point.
I thought she did okay.
That's the point.
I know, but I mean, like, I think she did okay.
Yeah. I mean, she's obviously the underdog. She's probably not going to win, but it'd be kind of cool if she wins. Reddit would go crazy. Okay, so anyway, let's do Best Actor in a Supporting Role. We have Barkhad Abdi from Captain Phillips. We have Bradley Cooper from American Hustle. We have Michael Fassbender from 12 Years. We have Jonah Hill from Wolf. And we have Jared Leto from Dallas Buyers Club.
Totally forgot Jonah Hill was nominated.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I get to choose first, and I'm going with Michael Fassbender from 12 Years. That I've spoken volumes throughout all of these podcasts about how much I love Michael Fassbender in 12 Years a Slave, how he terrified me, how he made me realize how evil a person could be. So I'm going with Michael Fassbender. That is an easy choice for me.
Jonah Hill would be the funny choice.
It would be.
Jared Leto would also be
He
solid.
was
Bradley
phenomenal.
Bradley Cooper. Oh, Bradley Cooper. I really want to say Barkhad Abdi because that was phenomenal. He did an amazing job. Bradley Cooper.
You're going Bradley Cooper? Now that is
Man.
That's not the underdog. That's left field. Barkhad Abdi is underdog.
How? That was some of the best acting he's ever done.
Well, yeah, but still, Jonah Hill would be more left field. No, Bradley Cooper would be left field.
No.
Jonah Hill would.
Jonah Hill.
Bradley Cooper is left field. Jonah Hill is that foul ball that you think is the foul ball but lands inside the line. That's Jonah Hill.
And then you realize that the ball's really overweight. And then you have Jared Leto,
he was great. He was great.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Well, he plays the one character really well, which is really depressed.
Depressed man, or the dude that's kind of
addict.
female-esque and a drug addict. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So you're going Bradley?
I'm going Bradley.
All right, going Bradley.
My man, Brad.
Okay, ready? Best Actress in a Leading Role. We have Amy Adams in American Hustle, Cate Blanchett in Blue Jasmine, Sandra Bullock in Gravity, Judi Dench in Philomena, and Meryl Streep in August Osage County. Meryl Streep is not going to win because the Academy hates Meryl Streep. And so we can just axe her. And I chose first, so this is your turn to go. And keep in mind that Cate Blanchett won the Best Actress in a Leading Role in the Golden Globes.
Yes, I know, but I don't know.
But then again, you're in love with Bullock, so
no, I'm going.
You're going Amy Adams.
American Hustle's gonna sweep.
You also love Amy Adams, though, so it's ever since Enchanted.
Yeah. I like Sandra Bullock. Actually, at first I hated her, but she's growing on.
She got better, and it's funny because
her acting just became.
She recently she was talking to some people or gave a statement or whatever, and she said it's not that I've become better or anything like that, or that I've perfected my craft. It's just that I've gotten better at not picking garbage.
Yeah, I think that's pretty valid.
All right, so Best Actress in a Leading Role. Yeah, you know what?
Kate?
I'm honestly between Sandra Bullock and I kind of want to choose Judi Dench.
Just because that's a pretty solid choice. That's actually a really good choice.
All right, so yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna go Sandra Bullock.
Yeah, go Judi Dench.
But even though Sandra Bullock was
if Philomena wins an award, it'll probably be for that.
right, yeah. Okay, ready? Best actor in a
Yep.
leading role. We have Christian Bale in American Hustle, Bruce Dern in Nebraska, Leo DiCaprio in Wolf, Chiwetel Ejiofor in 12 Years, and Matthew McConaughey in Dallas Buyers Club. And my choice is the first one. Muha. Muha.
Both of them, both Best Actor and Best Actress is kind of a toss-up. It's kind of like, man, these are all just amazing movies. Though, I will say most of the movies that came out this year that were nominated for Best Picture had a male leading role.
Right.
Which also makes it a little bit tougher, right? Because not that we're sexist or anything, it's just that the movies that came out this year was very male-centric, which means that the movies that the males are in, I don't want to say they're better movies, but they're nominated more.
Well, by default, yeah. I mean, Wolf of Wall Street was a sausage fest. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It was...
Same with 12 Years a Slave, though, right?
Exactly.
Like, they had Lupita as the only
Yeah.
Okay. Dallas Buyers Club, same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
American Hustle had
a lot of it had a very
right, but that's why it's nominated for so many other categories, right? Like Best Actress, Best Support, blah blah blah.
Okay, so I know how much you love Chiwetel. You're looking at me right now, like you better not goddamn choose like, Chiwetel.
You can pick. I kind of want to go with Leo because I love Leo.
He's not gonna win though. The Academy hates.
He has
the male version of Meryl Streep is Leo, okay, for the Academy. Leo's not gonna win. The acting on his part was hilarious and great, but it's.
Do you think Wolf is just totally gonna get ignored then? Besides maybe directing, because it's not gonna win Best Picture.
Honestly, yeah, I think it's gonna be one of those films that was nominated for a lot but won't win lots of stuff. Yeah, I do. I think it's kind of going to get swept under the rug. It got a lot of recognition, but I don't think it's going to get picked a lot. You know what? I'm gonna let you have your cake and eat it too. So,
but choosing Chiwetel.
Nope, I'm gonna choose Matthew McConaughey.
Oh man, why do you have to leave me with a really bad?
Because I know.
No, choose the other one of the other two.
Nope.
Makes my life. Why Matthew McConaughey?
Because you haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club. Matthew McConaughey was phenomenal.
I'm sure he was, and he's like one of those stars that have been just sweeping everything. He won last year, right, for Mud, or he was nominated.
He was nominated for Mud, yeah.
Right.
I think.
So he's definitely up there. He's getting more recognized. He's becoming a more recognized actor.
He was amazing in Dallas. That's the only thing that I'm using.
I know. I'm gonna go with Chiwetel.
Of course you are. I mean, what else? What else are you gonna do? Okay.
Yo, man.
Ready? Best Picture. So, Best Picture nominees are American Hustle, Captain Phillips, Dallas Buyers Club, Gravity, Her, Nebraska, Philomena, 12 Years a Slave, and Wolf of Wall Street. The only movies that we haven't seen in there are Nebraska and Philomena. So, we are pretty good right here to at least
put on the boxing gloves.
Again. Okay. Let's go.
All right, let's start with this. Which one do you think won't win? Captain Phillips.
Captain Phillips, definitely. Wolf of Wall Street.
What?
It's not going to win.
I think there's a definite contender for Wolf of Wall Street.
I don't think it's definitely not going to win, but it's not going to win. Philomena is not going to win either.
You never
Going
know.
against juggernauts like 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah, but what movie was that? Slumdog Millionaire won one year, and that went against Juggernauts. It was like an unknown movie, essentially.
No, it wasn't. By the time it got to the Oscars, it was no.
Nobody knew what that movie was.
I watched it. I watched that movie before the Oscars nominations even came out.
I'm just saying that it was less known than, say, Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I mean, it's the point I'm trying to make here is Juggernauts don't always win. I mean, let's look at last year's choices.
Okay, so for Best Motion Picture, last year Argo was the one that won, which was really weird.
Oh, right, the Ben Affleck movie.
Yep.
I don't agree with that one at all. I still don't agree with it. So nominations for Best Picture was The Artist, The Descendants, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, The Help, Hugo, Midnight in Paris, Moneyball, The Tree of Life, and War Horse. The Artist won. So really, I think this year's unique because there's a lot of powerhouses here
There are.
as compared to
Yeah.
those. God, are they actually powerhouses, or is the fact that we actually saw them? That is the question. Um, so who gets to choose?
I chose first, so you get to choose the winner this time. Ha ha.
All right, so Philomena's probably not going to win. Nebraska's probably not going to win. Captain Phillips is probably not going to
Yeah,
win.
by the way, last year's awards, the 2013 Argo, Amour, Beast of the Southern Wild, Django Unchained, Les Miserables, Life of Pi, Lincoln, Silver Linings Playbook, and Zero Dark 30 were the ones nominated.
God, those are all great
Yeah,
too.
they were all great films, but Argo won, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
I hated them. I didn't hate that movie. I thought it was like a solid B plus. I didn't think it was.
But then again, you were in love with Silver Linings Playbook.
And that movie was
That
so
movie's
good.
great.
There's only one scene I didn't like, and that's okay. Like, it just made me feel uncomfortable, which I think was the point. Anyway, Best Picture. I really want to say Gravity. I really want to say Her, and I really want to say 12 Years a Slave, and I really want to say Wolf of Wall Street and American Hustle. Can I just say all of them?
You're like that teacher in 3rd grade where you're like,
Okay.
you get a gold star, and you get a gold star, and you get a gold star. You all finished. Yay. And then you hug all of them, and then you give them juice boxes.
Yeah, but these movies more than finished. They dominated.
They did.
For good reason. Like, I haven't seen a Best Picture, like a strong Best Picture category in a very long time. Like, last year was pretty close.
Right.
2012 kind of blew.
I know what you mean, because I really want to say Gravity, Her, 12 Years a Slave, or Dallas Buyers.
Why don't you like Wolf of Wall Street?
I do like it. I loved Wolf of Wall Street. I just don't think that it is going to win Best Picture. It doesn't have to do with me liking it or not. It just has to do with me not thinking it's going to win Best Picture because of all the other contenders. It's a great movie, though.
Oh, man, Alfonso versus Jones versus Scorsese. I'm going to go with Gravity.
You going Gravity?
Going Gravity. Even though I think Her is going...
Do you want me to put you down for
Shut up.
Hervity? Do you want me to put you down for Hervity?
I don't think there's a chance that movie will win.
Okay, wait. Okay, so let's do something crazy here. For the Best Picture, since this is so hard to choose, we each have a chance to choose 2 movies. Okay? You choose one, then I choose one, then you choose another, and then I choose another.
All right, I'm going with Her.
You're going Her for your first choice?
Yep. So I'm hoping you go Dallas Buyers Club.
So Cognitive Gamer for Her. Okay, so you chose Her. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not a
it's not an easy choice. I know, but the problem is now we introduce a whole other thing where I need to be careful with what you choose next. So I got a plan to make sure that I cut off your choices.
Yeah, but what am I mean, I'm either going to choose 12 Years a Slave or Gravity. Those are the 2 battling in my mind. 12 Years a Slave was an example of exactly how to make a masterful movie. Gravity was intuitive. I chose Her first because I thought you would go for Her, and I just wanted to be a jerk, I guess.
Yeah, you did. This totally screwed with my mojo.
Right, and it's Spike Jonze, that's when I chose that movie, I'm like, Spike Jonze. Like, that's all that matters.
All right, you know what? If this is a screwing with each other choosing thing, I'm going for 12 Years a Slave. That way we both screw each other.
Damn.
Because you get Her, I get 12 years.
If I was to really screw with you, I'm going to choose Dallas Buyers Club next.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that even on your radar?
You already chose it. I choose Gravity.
Damn it. No!
Yes. Look at that. Oh my God, that was phenomenal. All that reverse psychology. Okay.
I still think you really wanted Dallas Buyers Club though.
Well, I mean, it was great. As soon as you see it, you'll realize why it's such a great movie and why it got nominated so much. But yeah, that was just tough.
I still think Wolf of Wall Street stands a chance. I still think American Hustle and Philomena, like, we haven't seen it.
And Nebraska, which I've heard is a phenomenal film as well. So I haven't heard anything about Philomena.
I'm gonna guess one of those 2 movies may win.
I would say that Nebraska would win, not necessarily Philomena.
Is there a reason for that?
Nebraska just seems like the type of movie that would win. Its cinematography is beautiful. It's in black and white. the point is, it's tough. So let's do this. For those movies that we chose, let's give each one, like the movie from the ones that we chose, we'll give one of them a high, we'll put one of them higher than the other. So your first choice was Her, right?
Yep.
If that one wins, you get 1 point. Okay?
Okay.
Same with me. If 12 Years a Slave wins, I get 1 point. If Dallas Buyers Club wins, you get half a point.
Okay.
And same with me for Gravity.
It'll be kind of like a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
If it gets
And
that. Okay.
And also, let's do it this way. The rules for how we're going to do this are we are going to watch the Oscars, and we want all of you guys to watch the Oscars as well. The way we're judging this is
All of you
do the exact same thing we did. Pick whatever movies you think are going to win and post them. Say best actor in a leading role, and then put the person that you think is going to win. Post that list to the post where we put this podcast on. How's that? So that we can all have
you can put it there. You can put it on Podomatic. You can put it on our Facebook, which is PostGrad Entertainment.
Exactly. So
and then you can also email us at postgradentertainment@gmail.com. Any way that you can get a hold of us. You can tweet us, you could Facebook us, you can email us, any way that you can get our attention.
Though, honestly, if you manage to fit all of these things into 140 characters, I'd be really impressed. But
me too.
If you want us to see it quicker, I would suggest using Facebook. You don't even have to like our page. It doesn't matter. It's a completely open group, and you can post on the wall without having to like it.
Oh, please like it.
Definitely like it, but I'm just saying you don't have to like it to post on it. So what you do is we will post the link to this podcast, and on that link on Facebook, specifically, so that we can keep track of all of them, you can post all of your guesses. And for your guesses, you will get 1 point for each correct guess and 0 points for each wrong guess. You're not playing against Cognitive Gamer and I, you're playing against everybody else that posts. Cognitive Gamer and I, however, we will get 1 point to balance out the way that we did it. We'll get 1 point if what we chose wins, and we'll get half a point if what the other person chose wins, because we were being kind of mean to one another doing stuff. And then 0 points if none of our choices wins.
Miss.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that way it's a good way to even everything out. And then we'll tally it up and figure out what happens. And we will also probably be live tweeting the Oscars while they're going on. So follow us on Twitter. If we're doing anything other than live tweeting, then we will let you all know through Facebook. So yeah.
We'll be recording throughout the entire thing, so we're gonna make like a gigantic 3-hour
definitely
podcast.
It's gonna be a YouTube exclusive, so that we don't take up too much Podomatic stuff. So you can go to YouTube, find us at just type in PostGrad Games, and you'll find us there. We have all of the old podcasts there, so you all can check it out if you want. And we will have that really, really, really long podcast. It's gonna be unedited, nothing. It's just gonna be us sitting around, just hanging out. So.
Fart noises abound.
Exactly. So, anyway, now on to what they're going to win. So, if you get the most points out of anyone that submits this winning list to us, we will be calculating the points and how much you won. And whoever gets the most points, we will contact them, and we will send them a DVD or Blu-ray of the Oscar winner of their choice, or Oscar nominee of their choice. So you can get one of the best picture movies, you can get one of the best animated movies, you can get anything that you want. Anything that was nominated for an Oscar is in the running, and you can choose whichever one. So we will let you know, you tell us which one you want, and we will buy it and send it over to your way as a prize.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, with that, I believe we are done. So thank you all so much for tuning into this special Oscars presentation podcast. We are Cool Guy and the Cognitive Gamer. You can follow us on Twitter at The Right Pad and at Cognitive Gamer. You can also find us on YouTube. Just like I said, type in PostGrad Games. You can email us at postgradentertainment@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. Search for PostGrad Entertainment. And like our page, all that type of stuff. We want to talk to you guys. We're sure you guys want to talk to us. Just don't really feel like it. That's okay. That's okay.
We also can read in Spanish.
Yeah. What? Oh, so, but anyway, apart from that, The Cognitive Gamer writes blogs and stuff.
You could find me on electricfeast.com. I have an IGN blog, but I haven't updated it in like 2 weeks.
Great.
Because midterms and
stuff. All right. But anyway, also, if you guys want to check it out, we have some pretty great sponsors over at vpogames.com for vintage pre-owned and awesome classic games. And you can go...
They're just great. They're just wonderful people.
They are. And they're also your League of Legends buddies. So,
yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you next week when we go back to our regular schedule.
Bye. We'll see you Sunday.
Oh, yeah.